Nas here from NasTime Adventures, back once again for another video. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the Weber Qs, and got a Weber Q Baby Q1000 and a few accessories, and we're going to open all that today. So firstly, let me start by saying I purchased this Baby Q specifically for the camper trailer, which you can see here behind me. It's going to be, you know, I've got barbecues around the house, not an issue. I actually got a couple of barbecues around the house, but I wanted something small and compact to take away camping with me. Truth is that these are probably one of the best barbecues out there at the moment. They don't come down in price very often, so I would normally buy something like this second hand. But I was fortunate enough that I had a few Virgin points available, so I jumped on board and I picked this up before they shut it all down. So let's have a look at it. First item to open is the Weber Baby Q pizza stone. I think they have a couple of sizes actually, and this pizza stone is actually for the smaller unit, which I have here. So let's open it up and have a look at that for starters. Instructions here, or it looks actually like instructions and some recipes for pizza. Packaging, we have here the pizza tray. It looks like, yes, there is actually only one tray. That's fine, it's largely for myself anyway. Pizza stone fits nicely on top. And that's it for the pizza stone. Very exciting. Much more exciting when we actually start using it. Next we have the Weber Baby Q roasting pack. This is specifically for doing roast, so I think it's basically designed to lift the roast off the grill and get some good air circulation around it, so you know you get your best obviously out of your roast. And there's a tray underneath, so let's have a look at this. Okay, right, okay, interesting. First things first, I foil trays, which, to be honest, I actually expected this to be a solid tray. I wasn't expecting disposable tray, so that's a little disappointing, given, you know, Weber and the name, you know, the high quality that you expect from a company like Weber. Yeah, bit surprised, I wasn't expecting that. And what we've got here, and the grill that obviously lifts it off. So obviously that's designed with the holes in there to let the fat drip between the grill, so you're not actually getting your grill dirty. And this will sit on top and actually get your air circulation. So I'm not sure what you're supposed to do once you've used those grills once or twice, those trays once or twice. I imagine it's going to be rubbish. So moving on now, we have next our Weber grill plate, Baby Q. So if you're familiar with the Baby Q, it comes with two grills, and there's no plate actually. So if you want to do things like eggs and bacon, which is, you know, quite common here in Australia and out camping, especially if you've got a few people. So that's obviously what that's designed for. So it's just a solid plate. Let's have a look at how this opens. Okay. Alright, we'll worry about the packaging later. I don't know what that is, an instruction. Do we really need an instruction? Probably need to be seasoned, I'm guessing, so we'll read through that. And I think seasoning is pretty straightforward actually. You just heat it up, boil it a couple of times. We might do a separate video on that at some point. And there's the grill plate. nice and new. Appears to be reversible, possibly, not sure, but it's essentially the same on both sides. So there we go, nice grill plate, and get rid of this rubbish. Before we get to the main event, obviously, I have here a bag, and no packaging. Weber Baby Q Duffle Bag is the name, so it's got the name at the front, and it's just a nice little handy bag that's going to hold everything, you know, keep everything together. Be sure that when you do pick up your bag to take it with you, you've got everything with it, you don't forget stuff behind. So there we go, nice bag. Looks like a solid zip. It's not a YKK zip, which again surprises me. So I come from the manufacturing clothing industry, and I know the YKK are renowned zips within the industry, and I thought most high quality products had them. So look, it looks like a pretty solid bag, so I'm not going to complain about it, but there we go, nice little bag. Okay, so now we get to the main event. Here we go, we've got the Weber Q series grill. So this is the Baby Q 100, or sorry, 1000 with long hose, and it's actually the black version. So I specifically chose the black for a couple of reasons, really. I mean, I had the option, but a couple of reasons, really. One of them was I felt the white was probably a little bit too common, and I just wanted something a little bit different. But also, I kind of figure when I'm camping, and if I've got it out there set up, the black one's going to be a little bit less obvious and visible, so you know, people don't get tempted as they're walking past and snatching it off me. So let's open this up and have a look. So here we are. See if we can get it out without dropping it. Hoping we don't have to put this together. Obviously well packaged. It looks to be the lid. So obviously there's going to be some construction going on. That hasn't got a handle on it. So just put that aside for this moment. That's the tray that one disposable tray. It'd be nice if they gave you a couple more, but they're pretty standard. You don't have to buy the Weber one. I imagine the Weber 4 trays are going to be a lot more expensive, but that looks like a fairly standard size. I'm assuming this is the tray that slides underneath and catches all the oil. And last but not least, we have the base. So a couple of bits and pieces in there. I assume that's the handles in there. We'll just put that to the side for now. Hose is already attached. More packaging. More packaging. And more packaging. And looks like the grill plates. So, enamel for the looks of things, so get rid of that. Put these together, and you know what? I'm just going to go through, have a look at the instructions, make sure I understand the process for putting it together. I don't imagine it's going to be too hard, but I'll go through the instructions and I'll come back and we'll put the barbecue together and show you what needs to be done. Thank you. Okay, back again. We've gone through the instructions. I've laid everything out here. Apparently all I need is a screwdriver. So we have the grill plates, a couple of hinges there for the door, the handle, knob for turning it on and off, and obviously we've got the lid here behind us, and the tray underneath as well, which I don't have room for. So let's put this together and show you how simple it is, really. So step 1, add the grill. There you go, simple as that. Now while we've got that in place, let's double check the rest of it works. So what's interesting is the grill seems to be an enamel, or it's enamel coated. The grill plate seems to be a cast iron finish, so that has more of a rough finish. There is a little bit of a outlet here, a couple of outlets here for the drainage. Not sure what this gap here is specifically for. Not sure really, but here you go, that sits nice. So that sits quite nicely. So put that back in there. Move this over to the middle. Next stage here is we've got the lid. What's interesting, I actually thought this had a thermostat on it, but no, apparently it's the next model up. But I do have a thermostat that I can take with me, and no doubt, you know, check the temperatures of the meat and make sure that the roasts and everything's cooked perfectly. So a couple of bits here for the hinge. So quite simply, that goes through the back, line up the holes, stick the pin through it. Okay, make sure, no dramas. Number 2, straight through. Make sure they're the right way up, they don't fall out over time. Couple of, actually let's do the handle first. So I'll leave that on there for the moment. There you go, that just slides in. It can only go in one way because it's like a semicircle or whatever. Obviously to make sure that you can still spin it around. You've got the handle, let's make sure we've got the right way up. We've got the, looked at the Weber Baby Q symbol there. Just checked it against the box, make sure it's the right way. Well, so a couple of rubber bits here, just going to double check the instructions to make sure if the rubber bits go on the outside by the looks of things. So those little, not sure what they are, go out there. Let's put that down for now. We'll lift that up, screw through inside. Let's tighten by hand. It's relatively easy, you know, set up, so I'm sure you won't have any dramas with it. Make sure that emblem's the right way up. I've got a bit of OCD, so everything's got to be done right. And make sure they are tight. Don't go too crazy and break anything. And there we go, all set up. So I'm going to just plug that in now, check the gas obviously, and light it up and make sure it works. Okay, back again. So here we are, we're ready to test the unit and make sure it works. So before I begin, I just want to mention a couple of things. These connections have a rubber seal on it. I have been caught out before with the rubber seals actually falling off, you know, obviously connected to the gas bottle, and I've got a little bit of leakage. So always 100% make sure that it has the rubber seal on the end of it before you use it. I'd also go as far as making sure that you have some spare ones of those, you know, just on hand in your shed, whatever. I'll actually grab some and put some in the camper trailer now in the little container that I carry some spare bits and pieces in, and that makes sure that you know, if I ever am out and about and I get caught out without a rubber seal, well, I won't get caught out without a rubber seal because I'll always make sure I have spares. I always carried them in the caravan, and now they've got the camper trailer, I'll make sure that I've got some in there as well. Another quick suggestion is these things readily available. This is actually from Kmart. I think it costs about 50 cents or $1. It's, you know, kids blow bubbles with it basically, and you know, run around and have hours of entertainment. And what I use this for is actually dripping a bit onto the connections, just to make sure you know, it's the best. It bubbles up straight away, so it's better than trying to use, you know, your own hand soaps and that sort of stuff. It's really highly sensitive and works quite well. So let's connect it up and get it going. Let's put this up here for now, just so you can see what I'm doing. So connecting it now. What is that, anti-clockwise? Not hard to work out which direction it actually goes in. Make sure it's comfortably tight. You don't want to over tighten it because you'll never get it off. As said, we now, okay, so I heard that little pop there. That tells me that it's pretty much sealed. You've got the regulator there. There's nothing on there that's needs to be tightened, so double check all that, of course. And you know, pour a little bit of this around it, and it's the best. I also will pour a little bit there, just to make sure that there's you know, who knows who put this together and what kind of connection. So that looks to me like it's ready. Open it up and turn it on to full, and that's lit and ready to go. So works well. I'm not smelling any extra gas or anything, so all looks good. No doubt that's going to heat up quite quickly. Not sure if black is any benefit in cooking, but not going to help me much anyway. But look, I'm pretty excited about that, and that's a great little barbecue. Like I said, these things hold their value really well. I've been looking at them on the you know, second-hand market. They retail here in Australia for around $300 odd. I rarely see them under $250, to be honest. I think it was worth buying one for $250 when I can get a brand new one for that price. Like I mentioned before, so I was fortunate enough that I had some Virgin points, and they are looking like they are potentially going under. So on the advice of a couple of mates, I decided that I cashed in my points. And splurged a little bit actually, and got a few extra little bits and pieces. So really happy with that. I'll no doubt be doing a review in the future some point. So we'll get this out in the bush and cook up some meals for myself and some mates, and no doubt it's going to get a good run, and I'll get my money's worth out of this. So if you want to see any reviews in the future on this and you know, lots of other stuff, please hit that subscribe button. You know, subscribe, like, hit the bell, do all that stuff, and I look forward to bringing you a lot more videos in the future. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for joining me and putting up with me, and we'll see you shortly. Thanks, guys.